Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we have a very descriptive lesson for you.
That's right. We have an elementary lesson for everyone, and we are going to talk about facial hair.
Okay, so Marco, you don't have any facial hair.
I don't. Well, I like to shave every other day. But yeah, that's what facial hair is hair that you have on your face.
Okay, so we're at the police station in this dialogue. Let's take a listen and find out why.
Okay, Sally. We have an artist here to help us. We'll ask you questions about the bank robber you saw, and Paul will draw a picture. Are you ready?
Yes, well, he had brown hair, long hair, and he had some facial hair. It was brown too.
Good. Okay, the facial hair. Was it a beard or a mustache?
Both. His mustache was very short and thin, just on the top of his lip.
Like this?
Yes, that's the mustache. But the beard isn't right. I mean, it didn't cover his whole face. I think it was just on his chin.
A goatee? Was it like Paul's?
Yes, that's it. He had a goatee.
Okay, now, what about sideburns? Did he have sideburns?
Yes. They were long and thick, like yours.
All right. There, was this the man you saw?
Yes, that's him. It looks a lot like you.
Why, yes, he does. Paul, where were you on Friday afternoon?
What? That's ridiculous. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was over there doing the thing the best man to do.
All right, we're back. So, as you can see, the woman is describing a bank robber. And one of the ways that she's describing him is by the facial hair that he had. So there are a lot of very interesting words and phrases here. Why don't we take a look at some of them in Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
Okay, so in Language Takeaway today, we have some really good description words and nouns, things that people have on their face, facial hair. Because there's not just one kind of facial hair, there are many different kinds. So our first one is, are we going to skip facial hair? We
already explained. Okay.
Our first one is mustache.
Okay, a mustache. And this is, I think, one of the more popular forms of facial hair. I think it's a style, right? All these styles of facial hair.
That's right. And so a mustache is basically some hair on top of your lip. It's above your lip. And it's usually, it can be thin or thick. It comes in different sizes, but this is not your whole face. It's just above your lip.
All right. So, for example, a famous person or a famous mustache was Charlie Chaplin, right?
That's right. Charlie Chaplin had a mustache, just a little bit of hair above his lip, but also Theodore Roosevelt had a very big, bushy mustache.
That's right.
Interesting fact, you might hear someone say stash instead of mustache. This is a short way to say it. He's growing a stash.
Right. And also the spelling can be a little bit difficult to understand how you pronounce it because it's M-U-S-T-A-C-H-E. So there's no really S-H sound like sh. But you pronounce it mustache.
Mustache, yeah. So that's one kind of facial hair, but there are many others. The next one we've got for you is a beard.
A beard. Okay, this is a really good one. A beard.
I think a beard keeps men warm. I think a beard keeps a man warm in the winter.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the most hair.
So basically, a beard, you have hair on your lip and also all over your face, basically. So a beard, you have all over your face.
Right, your cheeks, your chin, and above your lip.
Okay, very good. So, famous person with a beard?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus has a very big beard.
Yeah, Santa Claus has a big beard. Big white beard.
Okay, so that's a beard. I think that's the easiest to have because you don't need to cut anything or shave anything.
Oh, you need to trim.
Yeah, you need to.
If you don't trim, it looks kind of bad.
Right. Well, now moving on to our next style of facial hair, we have a goatee.
Okay, this might be confusing for some people because it's not a beard and it's not a mustache. It's basically hair around your mouth.
Right.
On your chin and your lip.
So I think for Sean Connery has a very famous goatee.
And Brad Pitt right now has a really big goatee.
Okay.
Or a long goatee, lots of hair.
So it's, as you say, it's around your mouth, so your lip and your chin.
That's right, a goatee.
Okay, so that's our third style of facial hair. And now moving on to our last style, we have sideburns.
Okay, so think about the word here. Sideburns. Side.
They're on your side.
They're on the side. So near the ears, there is usually some space where a man can grow some hair. Not with a beard or necessarily a mustache, though. It can be just the hair on the jawline, near the jaw, near the ears. Okay.
So I think this was a very famous style in the 60s and 70s. You would have long sideburns all along your face.
That's right.
Past your ear, right?
That's right. And the longer, maybe the
sexier
the
you were.
sexier. No, but these days it's not as popular, but you do see people who have sideburns.
I think nowadays people have sideburns, but they're not as thick. They're just
Yeah.
like thin little sideburns.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so all of these are the different sorts and styles of facial hair. Of course, there are a lot more. I think while we were looking for this on the internet, we found a lot of other styles that came up, like mutton chops and things like this. But these are probably the most popular ones.
That's right. These are the ones you're going to hear about the most.
Okay, so why don't we go back, listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be back with Fluency Builder. Okay, Sally, we have an artist here to help us. We'll ask you questions about the bank robber you saw, and Paul will draw a picture. Are you ready?
Yes, well, he had brown hair, long hair, and he had some facial hair. It was brown too.
Good. Okay, the facial hair, was it a beard or a mustache?
Both. His mustache was very short and thin, just on the top of his lip.
Like this?
Yes, that's the mustache, but the beard isn't right. I mean, it didn't cover his whole face. I think it was just on his chin.
A goatee? Was it like Paul's?
Yes, that's it. He had a goatee.
Okay, now, what about sideburns? Did he have sideburns?
Yes, they were long and thick, like yours.
All right. There, was this the man you saw?
Yes, that's him. It looks a lot like you.
Why, yes, he does. Paul, where were you on Friday afternoon?
What? That's ridiculous. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was over there doing the thing the best bad to do.
All right, so today in Fluency Builder, we are not really talking about phrases as much as we're talking about adjectives. So words you can use to describe facial hair.
Okay, so when the girl was describing facial hair, for example, she said the mustache was very short and thin.
Okay, a short and thin mustache. So you think about it, you can have a very thick mustache. That's the opposite. That means very hairy, very wide. A thin mustache is like a line.
Okay. Okay, so for example, Charlie Chaplin, he had a short mustache, but it wasn't thin. It was a little bit thick.
That's right. It's kind of wide. But you think of, when you see someone who's drawing a mustache on a sign at a restaurant or in a newspaper,
Right.
That's usually very thin because they use a pen. It's, it's
Exactly.
very silly looking.
Right, so those are different adjectives to describe not only a mustache. So basically we can use these to describe any sort of hair. For example, the hair on your head. You can say he's got short hair.
That's right. Or I could say, I have long hair.
Long hair.
Or Marco, I could say, you have thick hair.
Thick.
Yeah.
So if you have an abundance of hair, that you would say it's thick.
That's right. There's it's like if you put your hand in it, it feels like there's a lot. That's very thick hair.
Okay.
Some people have thin hair, so
Okay.
they don't have a lot of hair.
Okay, good. And, moving on to the parts of the face. We described it before as to where a mustache is, where a goatee is. But let's take a closer look at that. For example, a mustache is on your upper lip.
Right, so just above your lip, under your nose, that's where a mustache goes. So that's the upper lip. But if we're talking about a goatee, it's not just on your upper lip, it's also where?
On your chin.
Your chin. So that's the very bottom point of your face.
So you have your chin, your upper lip, And also when we talked about, for example, the sideburns, we talked about the jaw, but also it could be part of the cheek.
Right. So every person has two cheeks, one on the left and one on the right, and those are a very big part of your face on the sides of your nose.
Okay. So you have your chin, you have your cheeks, you have your upper lip. I think that's pretty much the only places where you can grow also on your neck.
Yeah, some people have it on their neck or on the back of well, no, it's not that. Some people also have it on their neck. Yeah, that's
right. Okay. Very good. So a lot of different words to describe facial hair. Why don't we go back, listen to the dialogue one last time, and we'll be back to talk some more. Okay, Sally. We have an artist here to help us. We'll ask you questions about the bank robber you saw, and Paul will draw a picture. Are you ready?
Yes, well, he had brown hair, long hair, and he had some facial hair. It was brown too.
Good. Okay, the facial hair. Was it a beard or a mustache?
Both. His mustache was very short and thin, just on the top of his lip.
Like this?
Yes, that's the mustache. But the beard isn't right. I mean, it didn't cover his whole face. I think it was just on his chin.
A goatee? Was it like Paul's?
Yes, that's it. He had a goatee.
Okay, now, what about sideburns? Did he have sideburns?
Yes. They were long and thick, like yours.
All right. There, was this the man you saw?
Yes, that's him. It looks a lot like you.
Why, yes, he does. Paul, where were you on Friday afternoon?
What? That's ridiculous. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was over there doing the thing the best bad to do.
All right, so talking about facial hair, Catherine, do you like men that have facial hair?
Yes.
Yeah, you like mustaches, beards, goatees?
Well, it really depends. I really like sideburns, but
sideburns.
Sometimes people don't do them correctly, so I don't like them. But I like beards.
Yeah.
And yeah, goatee. I like facial hair.
You like facial hair.
Yeah.
What is it about facial hair on men that you like?
Manly men. I don't know. There's something, kind of rough about it.
Rough, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the very manicured, very carefully cut facial hair. I kind of like it a little bit more on the rough side.
Oh, okay. It's interesting because it's interesting to see also facial hair on or long facial hair. Like, for example, the guys from ZZ Top.
Yeah.
They have like really long beards. I wonder how long it takes to grow something like this.
I'm sure we could find out on the internet, but yeah, no, they have competitions. There's a world mustache competition, for example, and they have the world's longest mustache. And so the man, they measure his mustache. It's 3 or 4 meters or something ridiculous.
It can get really long.
Yeah, so I think your hair keeps growing. It just depends on when you decide to cut it.
I think it's also a very cultural thing, right? Some cultures are able to grow a lot of facial hair and like to do it. Others really don't. For example, you don't really see many Asians with facial hair, with goatees or mustaches.
I think you see more goatees than you see full beards, actually. But yeah, definitely East Asia, it's not as common. Although India, you see a little bit more facial hair.
A lot of mustaches there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is an interesting question. Tell us how popular it is in your country, or if you like men with facial hair, or if you're a guy, do you like to have a beard, a mustache, or a goatee? So come to our website, EnglishPod.com, and we'll see everyone there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Facial hair has been a significant part of human history, often symbolizing masculinity, wisdom, or status. Throughout different cultures, beards and mustaches have carried deep meanings. Some societies see them as a sign of power, while others associate them with maturity. Whether styled or left natural, facial hair plays an essential role in personal appearance. Many men grow facial hair as a personal choice, while others follow cultural or religious traditions. Some religions encourage beards as a symbol of faith and devotion. In contrast, modern workplaces and social settings may favor a clean-shaven look. The decision to keep or remove facial hair often depends on lifestyle, personal preference, and social expectations. Beard styles have changed over the years, influenced by fashion trends and personal tastes. In the past, long beards were popular among kings and scholars. Today, styles like stubble, goatees, and full beards are common. Many people experiment with different styles to find the one that suits their face shape and personality. Proper beard care is essential to keep facial hair looking neat and healthy. Regular trimming helps maintain shape, while washing and moisturizing prevent dryness and itchiness. Beard oils and balms keep hair soft and manageable. Without care, facial hair can become unruly, leading to irritation or an untidy appearance. Shaving is another important aspect of facial hair maintenance. Some men prefer a clean-shaven look for a more polished and professional image. Shaving techniques, such as using razors or electric shavers, can affect skin health. Improper shaving can cause irritation, cuts, or ingrown hairs, making skincare an important part of grooming. Facial hair can also change a person's appearance significantly. A beard can make someone look older, while a clean shave may create a youthful look. Some men grow beards to hide scars or imperfections, while others shave to highlight facial features. The way facial hair is styled can enhance confidence and self-image. Genetics play a major role in facial hair growth. Some men grow thick, full beards, while others struggle with patchy growth. Hormones, particularly testosterone, influence how facial hair develops. Although some products claim to promote beard growth, results vary based on an individual's genetic makeup and overall health. Cultural attitudes toward facial hair vary worldwide. In some countries, beards are seen as a sign of wisdom and respect, while in others, they are associated with rebellion or nonconformity. In professional settings, facial hair policies differ, with some industries accepting beards while others require a clean-shaven look. Facial hair trends have been influenced by famous figures in history and pop culture. From philosophers like Socrates to modern celebrities, beards have made strong style statements. Social media and influencers also play a big role in shaping grooming trends, inspiring people to try different beard styles. Whether someone chooses to grow facial hair or shave regularly, it remains a personal decision. Trends change, but the significance of facial hair in fashion, culture, and self-expression remains strong. With proper care and maintenance, facial hair can be an essential part of an individual's unique identity and style.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Hair on the face. Facial hair. The hair growing on the lower part of a man's face. Beard. An unshaved growth of hair on the upper lip. Mustache. A small chin beard trimmed into a point. Goatee. Hair that grows on the sides of man. Sideburns. Not thin, great in extent from the surface. Thick. Very unreasonable or silly. Ridiculous. As a matter of fact. Why, yes.
Let's try that faster.
An unshaved growth of hair on the upper lip. Mustache. Not thin, great in extent from the surface. Thick. Very unreasonable or silly. Ridiculous. Hair on the face. Facial hair. The hair growing on the lower part of a man's face. Beard. A small chin beard trimmed into a point. Goatee. As a matter of fact. Why, yes. Hair that grows on the sides of man. Sideburns.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Mustache. The owner of the bar is the one with the bushy mustache. Mustache. My waiter had a pencil-thin mustache. Mustache. I once saw a man with a mustache that curled up at the ends. Goatee. My uncle thinks he's hip with his goatee and cropped hair. Goatee. I surprised my friends this morning when I showed up with a goatee instead of a full beard. Goatee. I have to trim my goatee every morning in order to keep its shape. Sideburns. My brother's sideburns are really short and thin. Sideburns. I like guys with sideburns. Sideburns. I tried to grow sideburns, but I don't have enough facial hair. Thick. My hair is thin and straight, but my best friend has thick, wavy hair. Thick. The little girl's thick curls bounced as she jumped up and down in excitement. Thick. My dad has one of the thickest beards I have ever seen. Why, yes. Why, yes, you look so much like your father, I would recognize you as Peter's son anywhere. Why, yes. Would you like something to eat? Why, yes, some fruit would be nice. Why, yes. Why, yes, I would love to help out with the concert.